Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Marshall3498, and today's motovlog is going to be something not motorcycle related. It's just kind of a life update, so to speak, on where I've been and what I've been doing. Previously, my oldest son played baseball last year, and that was a lot of fun. Watching him grow and play sports and be active and succeed at something other than just schoolwork or whatever. And that was a lot of fun. But it was pretty busy to go to a game. It was just usually one game, sometimes 2 games a week. Wasn't that bad, but, as a working adults know, there's not a whole lot of free time when you're an adult, so just adds one more thing to it. But so that went on, and baseball, and I was really happy for him. He did well, all that kind of stuff. And just seeing when life started to get somewhat normal and I wasn't so busy with work and everything outside of work and stuff like that, I got some very bad news. Now, I'm not sharing this in this motovlog to feel anybody feel sorry for me before I tell y'all what it is or anything like that. I'm just telling some of my fellow subscribers where I've been at. I haven't really uploaded anything in the past 4 or 5 months other than the KTM review, and that was at the end of last summer. But like I said, just when I thought everything was getting to normal, everything was calmed down and I was going to start really being able to ride and start doing YouTube again, I got some really bad news. My mother, at 70 years old, we found out she had stage 4 cancer in her liver and in the bottom of her lungs. So she goes back to the doctor a week later after her prognosis, and they tell her about how much time she's got left. Doctor tells her like 3 weeks to 3 months, and that was very hard on me. It was very hard on my dad, very hard on my aunt, very hard on my kids, because I took them to see her twice while she was sick and before she really got really bad, where she could, still kind of spend time with them. And that was hard on everybody. And I wouldn't say I went to a dark place while I was super depressed or wanted to hurt myself. No, but I definitely was depressed and not a very happy person. So that was a really hard thing to deal with. So that's kind of why, the lack of content in the last 4 or 5 months, guys. I'm sure y'all understand. It was a very traumatic thing to go through. But like I said, my mom lost about 60 pounds. She was a little bit of an overweight woman, but not like crazy obese or anything. But she lost about 60 pounds. She was diagnosed. I found out the news actually the Friday before I turned 40 years old, late August in 2019. And October 30th, my dad, thankfully, and my aunt were there with her at a hospice center. And she died about 5:30 in the afternoon at a hospice center. And she just got to where she really couldn't function. She was in so much pain. I seen her a week before that. She just was constantly, in and out of napping and being awake. And she wasn't herself. She was just so sick that I'm sure she was on so much pain medicine to try to kill the pain that she just wasn't coherent, enjoying life. So even though I was sad to see her go, I wasn't sad of her. I was kind of relieved that she wasn't suffering anymore and that she's in a better place. So that's why, the lack of content, that was really hard to go through, and it still is, and I still struggle with it. And it's my mother was the most awesome woman I've ever met in my entire life. She was kind to everybody till you met her mad, of course, or did something to one of her sons, and then, oh, God help you. But she was just a good person. She was kind, she was caring, she was a hard worker, She'd do anything for the world for you if, you know, if somebody needed her help. Even till the very end, the last 2 or 3 weeks of her being sick, she went down to the business her and my dad owned. She went down there every day, tried to do her best to, you know, do paperwork and stuff like that. And it was just, we're there just really at that point just spending the most time with my dad that she could before she was gone. And the biggest thing I can tell you all about this happened to me is that you don't know how precious your parents are until they're gone. So if you value them as a good parent and a good person and want to spend time with them, you better make it count. I know life gets busy and life gets in the way and it gets, you know, stressful and you don't get time, but trust me, spend time with them and enjoy them while you have them, and never, ever, ever go without talking to your parents for a long period of time. You always need to, if you have a good relationship, my suggestion to you is to keep that relationship going strong as you can for as long as you can. Because once they're gone, and, you know, my mother was awesome to me and always was. So I don't regret anything because I had no regrets, you know. I was there for as much as I could with her being sick. I drove back and forth from my area to Nashville, back where I'm from, like every other week. I would drive all day long Saturday, spend as much time with her as I could, and then, you know, have to be back work Monday morning. And a lot of days I drove all the way down there just to spend 2 or 3 hours with her, and then drove back home because that was really all the free time I really had. And it was really hard seeing her that sick for very long either, to be honest. I mean, I liked spending time with her, but I hated seeing her like that. So that's why the lack of content here lately, guys. But like I said, I'm kind of come to terms with everything that happened and dealt with it, and are still dealing with it, but it's getting better. I'm hanging in there and trying to enjoy life as best I can and get over you know, everything I went through. So on that, guys, sorry for this like sad motovlog today, but I just had to let y'all know what's been going on and why as of so late there's been hardly nothing from me. So that's what I've been dealing with, that's what I've been going through. So but we'll try to get back to a regular schedule here soon, especially once this weather decides to do what it wants to do and actually become spring and not winter some days and so much rain the next. So on that, guys, have fun, ride safe. We'll see you on the next one, and don't forget to leave a comment down below, subscribe if you've already done so. We'll see you on the next one. See ya.